First question I often have is, how well established is a company? How long have they been around? Our field is growing so quickly. Companies are springing up, practically every month or two. Obviously, a longer company's been around, it means that they've established a track record of success, which I think is always important. And again, older doesn't always mean better, something to certainly look for. Another question, I guess, would be, and I've seen a lot of this on LinkedIn and other areas, but who owns the company? Is it a family-owned company? Is it backed by private equity? Those types of things. Doesn't mean that one is better than the other, but it's something that you should be aware of when you're joining a company like that. There's a fair number of nonprofits too. Expectations of a nonprofit are going to probably be very different than expectations of a for-profit, but you would still be doing applied behavior analysis. So everything is, it's kind of like what best fits for you. And, I think sometimes people feel like they don't want to ask too many questions. When I've interviewed people, my concern has often been they're not asking any questions. And I'm like, do they even really care? So I'm fine, certainly, when people ask questions. Try to find a trusted inside source in that organization you're prospectively going to be working for, because I don't want to sound overly cynical, but sometimes you don't always get the entire message from the recruiter or the person who maybe you've never met before. So if you have a friend who worked with that company or is currently working at that company, that you can kind of be like, give me the real story, right? You've been there 4 years. Do you like it? Those types of things I think can be very helpful.